Okay. Justice in reverse. The Two of Wands in reverse. And the Hermit. So where in your life, Gemini, have you been evaluating and looking over and pondering over certain plans or partnerships or job situations that haven't panned out in the way that feels right to you or good to you or just to you? With the Justice in reverse on the Two of Wands, I feel like you could be going back to the drawing board with the Hermit card here, moving into February. Let's see if we can hold these. And I feel like this may have some outside force with the Justice in reverse may have come into your experience, or you've been dealing with them for the past couple of months with the two here, that you are not happy with, and you want to bring some further illumination to the situation, and you can see where you're feeling stuck, or it hasn't been panning out in what feels good to you. However that is coming up for you, Gemini, and it's going to be different for everybody since this is a general reading. I'm going to clarify these cards. The Ten of Pentacles on reverse on the Justice, the Seven of Cups. Okay. Yeah, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. So with the Ten of Pentacles on the Justice reverse, both of them reverse, I feel like it's a financial situation that has not come to fruition in the amount of time that you expected it to, Gemini, and you are trying to understand what the next logical step is with this money, with this job, with some investments perhaps, and you're looking at your options because you are stepping away from your original plan with the Two of Wands in reverse, and you have been under a time period of reconsidering your course of action and perhaps researching different courses of action and different options for where to put your money. Maybe you received an inheritance and there's been some squabbles over it, and maybe you are what's it called when you run somebody's estate? The person in charge when somebody passes away, the executor of the estate, and there are multiple people in your life that have other ideas of where the money should go. Maybe there's a property involved, and say you have siblings and one of them wants to sell it or liquidate and the other one wants to run it as a rental property, as some passive income. And I'm feeling like for some of you, Gemini, that there is a really nasty air sign female that you're having to contend with in this situation. And again, however that's coming up for you, it could be in your professional life, and you're really not wanting to deal with her, with the Hermit turning his back to her, and she's like, yeah, but wait, I'm still not done talking, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, yeah, talk to the hand, lady. It's kind of funny to me, because you're not putting up with her BS at all, because you don't have time for it. And so good for you, Gemini. I'm going to flip these over. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, you have other things to deal with. But I feel like you're still going to need to deal with these energies in February. But you're getting some brilliant ideas coming in with the Ace of Wands, and perhaps acting on one of these Seven of Cups options, which that usually feels like you have to make a decision quickly and a little bit under pressure, and you may not have the timeline to to do a thorough, you can't take your time to make this decision, Gemini. And part of the situation could be a deadline. And I feel like you're afraid to make the wrong decision with the Three of Wands and the Chariot in reverse. And it very well could be this person is halting progress either on this project, or it doesn't necessarily have to be an investment. That's only going to apply to a few of you, Gemini. And you're wanting to move forward on this new idea, and I feel like it's another person that's preventing the forward progress for you. Let me clarify these cards. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so it's a new opportunity for either work or where to put your money and assets. And there's definitely some squabbles over it in February. And the Wheel of Fortune. So Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. If you can take as much time as possible in moving in this new direction to research the options, and it could be a new job, Gemini, and a new direction, I feel like keep your head cool in February, because you're going to be facing quite a bit of opposition from the outside world. And I feel like this is external and not an internal battle for you, Gemini. You're really going to want to move quickly on this idea. But again, with the Five of Wands on the Three of Wands in reverse, there's going to be other areas of the project that need to be worked out before you can take full action, because he's not going very fast. This Knight of Pentacles, he's sort of slow and prodding, and hey, look, I have this idea that I want to act on, but he needs other people on board with him, Gemini. And I feel like that's what a lot of you are going to be dealing with throughout the month of February, is gaining the support of those around you in whatever new ideas and creative prospects that are brilliant and you want to bring to fruition, but you can't do it alone, and you need to garner the support of the people in your immediate environment and maybe win her over somehow after she cools off, and giving it a little bit of space with the Hermit here. So yeah, I feel like this is definitely relating to a financial situation or a professional situation. It's not feeling romantic or love or, a one-on-one romance partnership, but it's more outward, out and about in your worlds. Outside of the home is what's coming through, Gemini. So I'll go ahead and flip the bottom row over, the energies leading out of February towards the end of February. Yeah, so there's progress on this project, work situation, financial situation for you. I'm seeing an end to the worry and a celebration coming in with Three of Cups. And finally feeling like you've gotten your way and you're in control of the situation towards the end of the month, Gemini, moving into March. And that's great news. I'm going to open these up. The Hanged Man. Yeah, so there's no more waiting towards the end of the month. Awesome, the Sun in the Hierophant. So it's going to be an unconventional solution to what you're having to deal with through the month of February with the Hierophant in reverse on the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like it could have something to do with something overseas that's that's finally going to come through. And maybe through this process, it's feeling like it's not going to, but at the 11th hour, you get news that alleviates your worry, and you can finally take action in the direction that has come through for you, this inspiration. And the worry and the doubt that is going to work out, you're going to feel a lot of relief come the end of February, Gemini, with the Sun and the Three of Cups. It's going to be cause for celebration. Yay! I love that for you. And it's going to be a new creative project, I feel, and it's going to make your heart sing and get you really excited. And it very well could be that through this process in February, you're going to be fleshing out the naysayers or the haters or the negative Nancys or the doubters. And you're going to be regrouping on your original plan through one of these choices that you're going to receive a lot of divine guidance on, Gemini, and some inspiration, and perhaps have to redraft your plan and present it in a way that maybe you're getting angel investors and there's a bit of work and you're going to have to fight for it, Gemini, and present it in a way that people want to come on board. And when they do, when you collaborate in that way, and I feel like it's going to be from an unconventional route, it's going to make you feel internally wealthy and abundant. It's like, yes, I knew I could do it, and you stuck through it, Gemini, through February. So that's awesome. Remember to employ your tenacity, and not stubbornness, but tenacity in the way of inner knowing and divine guidance, and coming from a place of your authentic truth and standing by that no matter what opposition comes up, because what you're fighting for is the highest and for the most and best good of your vision of what you want to create in the world. And I feel like there's going to be a transition away from certain people who you thought were going to be involved in this project with you, because they're not ultimately helping you get to the direction of this. And there's going to be a regrouping for you, Gemini. So however that's resonating for you, and again, it's going to be different for each of you since you are individuals and you're leading individual lives, and it's going to be manifest in different ways. So I'm also going to pull a Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle card from Judy Hall's deck for a little bit more guidance and an additional message for you. So all of these cards have individual crystals, a picture of a crystal on them. And I love this deck. Oh, I feel like you almost got two. Wow, black tourmaline, the first one. It's an intense one. And it's number 1. I'm going to read you what it says from her book. And it's the Stone of Protection. Black tourmaline absorbs negative energy and affords excellent energetic protection, enhancing your physical vitality. You are adaptive, adjusting to new places and new situations. You have clarity of thought and analyze situations rapidly. So this clarity of thought was coming through with the Ace of Wands and analyzing the situation rapidly, not willing to take her crap. Let go of overcautiousness, but stay protected. You sense it when people wish you ill, like that bee. You may be carrying a family or past life curse, creating dis-ease. Recognize that negative thoughts and actions harm others and yourself. Strengthen your protection, consolidate plans, and be realistic. So, yeah, that's talking about these plans. I feel like you're going back to the drawing board and really honing, getting rid of and scrapping parts of the plan that you had for this project or this money or your career or your professional direction, and you're regrouping in February. And be realistic. You'll soon see the way through obstacles. Ensure you are well protected. Ill wishing or envy may be directed your way. Yeah. So these people, you're going to pick up on their negativity immediately and know that they don't have your best interests in mind. And I feel like you're going to cut ties with them, but in a gracious way. I don't see a lot of sword energy, so I feel like you're just going to let them sort of fall by the wayside, and their enthusiasm for fighting your plans is just going to dissipate because you're not giving them the attention anymore. Neutralize bad energy without harm to others. Watch your thoughts. Attend to practical matters. Be generous and give others freedom. Neutralizing toxic energies from your environment, shielding yourself from ill-wishing or EMF stress, and detoxifying your body supports your well-being. Great. So, energy shielding, an enhancement of your auric field and your boundaries, and I feel like you are entering the month of February with that inner knowing, and again, you're turning your back on this ill-wishing person and also these people towards the middle of the month who aren't your support system, and you're going to be surrounding yourself with new, very uplifting, positive people. And you're going to be very intentional about that, Gemini. So, superb at the end of the day. Little bit of squabbles to get through, but you will. And the action plan that you are going to come up through this month, in this new realistic direction is really going to pay off. And maybe in a way you can't quite see yet, but I feel like you will in the near future, Gemini.